Yo guys, what's up? It's Lava Cube. So in today's video, I paid $10 for a PvP coach from Fiverr to help me become better in PvP. Will I get better? Well, in today's video, you're gonna find out.
Hello.
Hey.
Alright, so what game what did you want to work on?
Maybe axe and swords.
Axe, okay, do you have a wait, which one?
Can we do swords first? Cause that's what I need more improvement on.
Okay. Duel lava cube. There. Alright, just try and just duel me normally.
Okay.
Alright, nice. So, do you know how to perform a knockback hit?
Like sprinting and then hitting someone?
Yeah. So, those are going to be the main hit that you're going to want to do in OP. It'll be those and crits. So, you're doing a lot of sweeping hits, and it's because you are either canceling your sprint and then hitting. But you aren't sprinting when you're hitting, basically, right? So, every time you hit, right, you'll want to be sprinting. And then afterward, you're going to want to cancel it. Because if I stay in a sprint, it'll be a sweeping hit afterward. Knockback hits are only going to be the first hit in a sprint. So you have to go for, you have to tap W. You go for a knockback, and then you got to stop moving. See how I stop in between?
Yeah.
And each time it'll be a knockback hit. So can you try one of those on me?
Like that?
Yeah, nice. So then with a combo, right, it'll be faster. So can you try, just keep doing them on me real quick. Let's see how consistent you are. Okay, so those are all sweeping hits. You're pressing W and then you're stopping and then you're swinging with this. Oh, that was a knockback. So yeah, try again. So only click when you're holding W.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Real quick, just run straight forward at me. Don't press anything. Yeah. Just run straight forward at me and don't press anything. So see how I can knock you like away from you even though you're running forward at me? Right? And I can yeah, just see how we're moving forward, right? I can make it so we kind of move backwards a little bit, right? Especially when I'm doing sweeping hits. So you should be able to do that to me, but you know, it'll take a lot of practice. So I can send you the map if you want. Do you know how to do a crit?
Yeah.
Yeah, falling. So can you hit me with a knockback hit and then a crit?
Okay.
Okay, so knockback hits will take priority. It's the first hit in a sprint, right? So if I'm falling, right, it's not gonna be a crit because it's the first hit in a sprint. So you can either keep your sprint. So if I don't let go of sprint, right? Remember how if I don't let go of sprint, the next one's gonna be a sweeping hit, right? It can also be a crit. So you can hold sprint, right? And you can just do a knockback hit, and I'm still holding sprint, and you do that without canceling sprint. But try a knockback hit, and then a crit. Oh, sorry, I ran away. Try again. Yeah, there you go. Try again. Oh, you want to start with a knockback. Nice, yeah. So, you have more reach when you're lower to the ground. So that's why I always like if you start with a crit, you have to look down at your opponent to crit them, and a lot of the time you're waiting to reach the apex of your jump so you can start falling so you can crit them, so your hit's gonna be delayed even more. So it's not that easy to start with a crit. So I always like to recommend you kind of do a knockback hit and then a crit or two. Oh, I missed a crit. Do a knockback hit and then a crit, and then maybe you have to do another knockback hit every once in a while if they make distance. And you'll kind of figure out the pattern. But
Okay.
It's what's it called? It's important to not just do knockback hits, not just do crits, but to kind of have a mixture of both. And it really depends on who you're going against, because a lot of the time, the best thing to do is just to always switch it up. Never play robotically. You want to just make sure that you can adapt to your opponent. One more thing before I ask if you have any questions. Do you know what a P crit is?
Nope.
Okay, so it hit me. See how I crit you without even jumping?
Yeah.
Right, so I use the momentum, because I hit you up in the air, and while you're falling, you can still hit a crit. So I'm gonna hit you. Can you try and crit me while you're falling? So it's not just when you're in the air; you have to be falling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you really want to delay it. So that's a P crit. They're really useful in Nethpot, because in the Netherite you'll take less knockback. If I do it in OP, right? So if it's a normal hit, or if I crit you, P crits are really good to do because you don't take much knockback. But if I do a knockback hit, you can't really P crit me, because by the time you what's it called? You reach the apex of your jump, I can hit you a second time. So I'm making more damage if I do a knockback hit. So I don't really recommend trying to P crit when someone's doing a knockback hit. But whenever you get crit, it can be really smart to do a P crit your opponent back, and then I like to follow it up with a knockback hit. So try and P crit me again, and then knockback hit right after, okay? Sorry. Yeah, so you'll want to be you gotta make sure that your sword is charged at least 80%. Try again. Sorry. Yeah, so something like that. And you'll want to be pretty much moving back the entire time, except for when you want to land your knockback hit. So you'll want to be like about 2.5 blocks away, right? So you don't want to be this far away when you're doing your knockback hit, because odds are your opponent will just back up and hit you, right? So you want to be like right here, so even if they hit you, you can still knock them away and win the trade.
Can we do axe now?
Axe? Okay, sure. We can go to axe right now if you want. Axe is really complicated, but we're gonna go over a lot of like some basic stuff revolving the shield. So hold your shield out. So hold right click, and while you're holding right click, spam left click. I don't recommend jumping, because you only jump when I'm super close. But anyway, just hold left click and spam right click. Or hold right click, spam left click. So as soon as I break your shield, you're gonna do damage, right? That's called I think that's called auto hitting when you spam your axe. But I just call it turtling, because you're literally sitting behind your shield like a turtle. So if you hold out your shield, right, and yeah, so if you're moving forward, it's very hard for someone to shield stun. But basically, to shield stun, you'll just double click and you'll break their shield, and then you will hit them. And you'll also want to add a strafe just to make it a little harder, just in case you mess it up. But you can do something like that, and then that'll disable their shield, and you can kind of follow it up with either a crit if they're close, or bowing if they're far away, because they don't have their shield, so you can just bow them. And then there's the other way, the classic, the backstab, when you just go straight through someone and you turn around and you hit them. That method you have to get really close, and just like how a shield stun, if the person's moving forward, it's very hard to perform. If the person's moving backwards, the backstab's very hard to perform.
Alright.
Yeah, do you want to try a shield stun on me?
Alright, sure. So that's when I spam my axe twice, right?
Yeah, so you'll double click and you'll barely be in my reach. Yeah, so right there, you moved too far into my reach. So you went like this, right? And that, what's it called? You only want to be like 3 blocks. And one advantage with shield stunning is that you have so much like movement, right? You can like, I can go like this, I can like take off all my armor, I can do whatever I want, right? But the second that I'm in your reach, I'm being threatened. So you can what's it called? Kind of play safe by going like this, right? So I'm trying to break your shield right now, right? And I'm going like a block closer each time, like half a block, until I can barely hit you. And you can try that on me, so you barely go in my reach. Yeah. So let me wait for my shield. Let me try again. So try a backstab on me now, so you'll want to get much closer, about a block away. And then you'll want to run straight through me, 180, and then click. So try again. Yeah, that's flawless.
My skill is flawless.
You wanna be shielding beforehand, because if you're that close without your shield, I'll just hit you. So try again. Yeah, nice. Once more. That was a little slow and a little off to the side, but yeah, you get it. So that'll be the safe way to get someone. So remember, if I'm backing up, it's not gonna be possible. So try it again on me when I'm backing up.
I keep missing.
Yeah, the 180 is kind of hard, but see how I can back up, and then when you break my shield, your axe is on cooldown. Then I get a free hit while your axe is on cooldown. So yeah, I mean that's backstabbing, shield stunning, turtling. Do you have any questions about any of that?
Nope.
Alright, perfect.
So then I went up against a random person and he was spectating me. Oh man.
Oh, right there, you wanna like you had your axe fully charged and you could have turned and crit them, but instead you switched to your crossbow and did less damage, which I don't really think you should do. I only pair my crossbow with other things, so after their shield's disabled, you can crossbow. After you hit them, you can crossbow. If they're reloading their crossbow, you can crossbow. Like whenever they're vulnerable, I like to crossbow them. Otherwise, I don't think it's a good idea.
So then I dueled a random kid again.
Nice. Can you watch my stream just because we're pretty much out of time? I'm gonna make you watch me play.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna switch. Actually, I play on a controller, so let me get that out.
A controller?
Yeah, it's like half of a controller. So I still use a mouse, but I use the controller to move because I think it's funny. I don't know if you saw, but I did like a half axe hit, literally just for the knockback, not for the damage, because I didn't want him to sword me. There, free damage there again, and I did the same like axe hit thing because he's being very aggressive. Right here, I know he's not going to shield, so I can go for open crit there. Just because he's chasing me a lot. Right there, another auto hit. Okay, I don't know what's happening. But, you know, I'm kind of just letting him mess up. I want to see if I can go against someone that's better.
Okay.
Really. Because that guy was a robot. Load my crossbow at the start. Okay. So there's the auto hit. And he has his shield and I don't. So I just don't want to take that fight. See, he's crossbowing. And you see how I'm moving directly to the side, right? Like away from him, like that. That's what made him miss.
Which the auto hit is when you hold your shield and spam your axe, right?
Yeah. I'm just... See, there it is again. It was very sudden. I was barely hiding behind my shield. And there's a lot of moments when he's just leaving himself open. Oh, I should not have unshielded there. As a shield stun, you saw how I did the double click there. Yeah. It's pretty, like, I don't know, simple once you get it down, right? So I'm just gonna sit here, wait for him to do...
So that's how my PvP training ended. Overall, I guess I did learn a lot. And I definitely recommend him. I am not an NPC.